I'm Melissa Carlile, and I'm from Glen Carbon, Illinois. When I was little, I was always the ham of the family, running around, making jokes or doing dances without any training, of course. And I think it got to the point where my family, and my sisters especially, were ready for me to get some training so that I could have a sort of outlet for all of this performing, this energy I had. And it led to the theater. The feeling before you perform is unlike any feeling I've ever experienced in my life. It's a childhood excitement of opening a birthday present or a Christmas present that you have no idea what's coming. That curtain rises and you are transformed into something you've never seen, the audience has never seen, the world has never seen, and it's really overwhelming and wonderful. The Trolley Song is from Meet Me in St. Louis, a favorite of those of us from the area. It's a great song by Martin and Blaine from a movie that I saw when I was a little girl, and it's always been a favorite of mine.
With my high starched collar and my high top shoes and my hair piled high upon my head, I went to lose a jolly hour on the trolley and lost my heart instead. With his light brown derby and his bright green tie, he was quite the handsomest of men. I started to yen, so I counted 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 1/4, 7 1/2. Then I counted to 10. Again. Clang, clang, clang went the trolley. Ding, ding, ding went the bell. Zing, zing, zing went my heartstrings. For the moment I saw him, I fell. He tipped his hat and took a seat. He said, "I hope I haven't stepped upon your feet." He asked my name, I held my breath. I couldn't speak because he scared me half to death. Buzz went the buzzer, plop, plop, plop went the wheels. Heartstrings. As he started to leave, I took hold of his sleeve with my hand, and as if it were planned, he stayed on with me, and it was grand just to stand with his hand holding mine till the end of the
Some of my favorite types of roles to approach are those that are least like myself, people that are angry and vengeful and pessimistic, things that in ordinary life I rarely encounter. So it's fun to dig into those parts of myself for roles. However, I'm rarely cast in those roles, so some of those favorite roles that are similar to me are things like Charity and Sweet Charity. I've always wanted to be Audrey in Little Shop of Horrors or Sandy in Grease, the classic, iconic musical theater women. Men is a song from So Long 174th Street, which is a musical that opened in 1976 and closed a couple weeks later. It's a great bluesy song that is pretty funny and in no way reflects my opinion of the male sex.
Men, they're all the same. They've got no feelings, got no shame. They just deceive you, love and leave you, then pretend you're the one who's wanted to marry me one day, he swore. When he was 6 years old, his family moved to Ocean Parkway. I never heard from him no more. And then when I was in the 3rd grade, there was a boy named Ziggy Stone. We used to walk home from school together. He called me the prettiest girl he had known. Then one day Mr. Feingold took over the candy store on the corner of University and Bayside Avenue, and he had a daughter named Cynthia who was fat and had black heads, but she got free jawbreakers, and she'd share them with anyone who would play with her. From then on, I walked home from school alone. Men, they're all the same. Don't let their talk set you aflame. They sugar lump you, then they dump you when they set eyes on some other dame. Men are rotten liars. They're all the same. I thought that algebra was tricky, but love is twice as complex. I guess that when it comes to romance, I must be under some terrible hex. I just can't wait till I get to be 30 and lose all interest in sex. Men, oh men, men, oh men. The rotten liars, the selfish louses. Men, they're all the same. They think that love is just a game. They kiss and pet you and forget you. They're all animals no girl can tame. Men, the rotten liars, the selfish louses, the dirty stinkers. Men, they're all the same. I said the same. Men. You want to go out sometime?